150 years, Elmhurst College prepared students for lives of meaning and success. Today, as Elmhurst University, we're carrying on that proud legacy. A beautiful campus just 30 minutes from downtown Chicago. Small classes where you'll get to know your professors. And top-ranked majors and graduate programs that will open the door to the career of your dreams. As we celebrate a new name for our institution in an ever-changing world, our values and spirit remain the same. Welcome to Elmhurst University.
And welcome to R.A. Faginal Hall on the campus of Elmhurst University as we bring you the 2023 CCIW Men's Basketball Tournament. Tonight, it's a quarterfinal matchup between the number 4 seeded Elmhurst University Blue Jays and the number 5 seeded North Central College Cardinals. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Kruger. Delighted to have you with us here tonight. Should be a great matchup. But before we get to the national anthem and before we get to the starting lineups for tonight's quarterfinal matchup, we would like to recognize some CCIW all-conference performers as well as the CCIW most outstanding player of the conference this season. And for more on that, let's go to our public address announcer. Here is Bruce Hill.
Request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at student athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. The CCIW has many traditions, but bad behavior is not one of them. We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe and positive game environment. Respect. It's the name of the game. At this time, we'd like to recognize the all-conference team members who are competing in tonight's contest. From North Central College, second team all-conference selection, Mitch Lewis. From North Central College, first team all-conference selection, Matt Pelway. From Elmhurst University, second team all-conference selection, John Itunes. First team all-conference selection, Jonathan Zapinski.
You heard. The starting lineups for North Central, the two brothers, Ethan and Matthew Hellwig, John Blumeyer, Shea Couples, and Brian Johnson, and the familiar five for John Baines. He brings out Ocean Johnson, John Itunis, Matt Wallach, Jonathan Sapinski, and Wes Hooker. Blue Jays come into this game with an overall mark of 16-9, 8-8 in the CCIW. North Central 14-11 overall. The Cardinals also finished the conference with an identical 8-8 record. And if you're wondering why this game is held here at Elmhurst and not at North Central, because both teams have identical conference marks, it's which team, the tiebreaker is which team did better against the #1 seed Wheaton. North Central dropped both of its games to Wheaton. Elmhurst defeating Wheaton at King Arena back on December 10th, 79-75. So that's the reason why this game is here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. Blue Jays in their home white, they control the opening tip, and we're off and running here at Elmhurst. The winner of this game will head to the conference semifinals at King Arena on Friday night. Ocean Johnson, the turnaround fadeaway is a little bit short. Rebound pulled down by Brian Johnson. The Cardinals are averaging 75 points per game. The Blue Jays 80 points per contest. Blue Jays starting out man-to-man defensively. Here's Matthew Hellwig, first team all-conference performer. The fadeaway, and he hits. Matthew Hellwig, first team all-conference performer, averaging over 21 points per game and 6 rebounds per game. Scores the first bucket of the night. Matthew gets the steal here, and he's going to have a breakaway, and he goes up, contested by Hooker, and he missed it. Blue Jays quickly back the other way. Itunis. Sapinski gives it to Ocean. He elevates for 3, and he hits. So Ocean Johnson's 3 gives the Blue Jays a 1-point lead here. 3-2. Whistle and a foul called. Your officials tonight, Nitin Rao, Tom Warwick, and Jason Shook. Matt Wallach will get called for the foul, his first team foul of the half. 2 20-minute halves. 7 team fouls is the limit. Popping out, here's Matt Hellwig. 3-ball attempt here by Blumeyer, and that's good. John Blumeyer with a triple of his own, and the Cardinals lead it by a score of 5-3. Wallach penetrating into the lane, backing in on Couples. Hooker tried to bounce pass it to Sapinski, knocked away by Brian Johnson. Recognition before the ball game. Congratulations to Several players earning all conference honors. Get to that in just a second here. Zapinski backing down, now fades, and he hits his first attempt. And we're tied at 5. Hellwick guarded by Wes Hooker. Good matchup there. Up top to Blumeyer. Shot clock down to 7. At the free throw line, bit of a fadeaway there by Couples, and he hits. So Shea Couples' bucket breaks the tie, and the Cardinals lead it 7-5. Zapinski holding, guarded by Ethan Hellwick. Backing in on Hellwick. Zapinski does not get double teamed. He goes off the glass too strong. Tapped around, and Matthew Hellwick finally picks it up. Blumeyer. Matthew Hellwick from way deep, and his 3-ball rattles in. Matthew Hellwick with 5. Matthew, a first-team All-CCIW performer. Jonathan Zapinski, first-team All-CCIW performer as well. Wallach drives, got held up by Matthew Hellwick, and on the alternate possession, it's going to go to the Cardinals. Take another look at it here. You'll see the reach in and the tie-up right there. And so it'll be Cardinal basketball. John Itunis earning second-team All-CCIW. Mitch Lewis, who comes off the bench for the Cardinals, second-team All-Conference. Tyson Cruikshank of Wheaton received the most outstanding athlete, sort of like the MVP, as Wheaton winning its first CCIW title since 2009 during the regular season. And congratulations to Mike Schauer, Wheaton's head coach, CCIW Coach of the Year. And another 3-ball, this one by Brian Johnson. So 3 different Cardinals have hit from downtown. Hooker tries, and he gets the shooter's touch. Wow. 5 3-balls have been made so far here in the early going. And that one deflected and stolen by Jonathan Zapinski. And we're going to have the ball is going to go out of bounds to the Cardinals. We'll take a timeout here. 15:58 left. Media timeout here. Cardinals lead it 13-8. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn, a place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
Welcome back to R.A. Faginal Hall and this quarterfinal CCIW matchup. The number 4 seed Elmhurst against the number 5 seed North Central. The other quarterfinal matchup that's being played tonight up in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The number 3 seed Carthage taking on the number 6 seed Illinois Wesleyan. And with 15 minutes to go in the first half of that game, Carthage leads 14-9 over Illinois Wesleyan. We'll try to keep you updated on that other quarterfinal matchup. Blumeyer has his shot blocked by Tunis. Hooker quickly into the front court. Here's Itunis working around a Zapinski screen. Now it's Wallach getting it into Zippy, as Coach Baines likes to call him. Jonathan Zapinski, the big Texan, going to the reverse, no good. He got the offensive rebound. Itunis for 3 from the top of the key, and he hits. Each team has 3 different players that have hit a trifecta tonight. And it's 13-11. Cardinals backdoor cut, the two brothers connecting. Matthew getting the assist. Younger brother Ethan with the field goal. And it's a 4-point lead for the Cardinals. Inside, Wallach shot is left short. Rebound to Couples. Ethan and Matthew, they have taken thousands and thousands of shots in their backyard, and I know because I have witnessed them take those shots. The full disclosure, as Matthew fades and hits. Whoa, Matthew Hellwig is on fire. I've been their next door neighbor for 23 plus years, and they have spent hours and hours in the backyard shooting free throws, shooting, and 2 great athletes, the Hellwigs. Great parents, Mary and Craig. Hooker penetrating and kissing it off the glass. Both teams shooting very, very well here in the early going. Cardinals lead it by 4. Matthew left wide open, top of the key. Left that one a little bit short. Itunis with the rebound. Again, the winner of this game will play in the semis against either Wheaton or North Park. Ocean Johnson, his second from downtown. Wheaton earning the #1 seed in the conference tournament. They went 14-2 in the league. North Park, the #2 seed. North Park went 13-3 in the league. Ethan Hellwig driving on Hooker. Zapinski double team. And a whistle here with 7 on the shot clock. Johnson stepped out of bounds. So the Cardinals turn it over. Miles Thomas comes into the game for John Baines along with Tegan Pearson. And for the Cardinals, it's Mitch Lewis. Mitch Lewis went to Naperville North and then went to Illinois State University before transferring over here to North Central College. Interesting situation with Mitch Lewis. He has had, the fadeaway, Ocean Johnson. He has 8 points. Mitch Lewis has had 2 good games against Elmhurst University. In the very first game, which was on December 17th, which was right here at R.A. Fagan Hall, Mitch Lewis had 19 points. 16 of his now, the block by Zapinski. A couple of blocks. Mitch Lewis had 19 points. 16 of those 19 came in the first half. As a drive by Itunis, no good. Johnson with the rebound. And then at Gregory Arena, here's a 3-ball attempt by Enriquez Gurskis. Ocean Johnson in the open floor, and he got tied up. It's going to be a held ball. Possession arrow going to the Blue Jays. At Gregory Arena, take another look at it here, the open floor there. Nice defensive play by Gurskis. Mitch Lewis scored 20 points in that game at Gregory Arena. 18 of those 20 came in the first half of that game. Zapinski rattles it in. 4 points for Zapinski. A timeout taken here by head coach Anthony Figueroa. In his first season as the head coach of the Cardinals, Coach Fig calling a timeout here. We'll keep it here with 12 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the first half. It's a 30-second timeout. And just to finish up on Mitch Lewis, so the 2 games combined for Mitch Lewis against the Blue Jays, he scored a total of 39 points. 34 of those 39 points coming in the first half. So he has had 2 brilliant first halves against the Blue Jays. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a performance by the Elmhurst University cheer team, as well as Elmhurst student Nicoletta Boyk. And she is quite the baton twirler, and she'll be entertaining us coming up here at halftime. 12-11 remaining here in this first half. looking ahead to Friday night, the highest remaining seed after tonight will take on North Park at 5 o'clock at King Arena. The lowest remaining seed after tonight will take on the number 1 seed, Wheaton Thunder, at 7:15 Friday night at King Arena. You got all that? Trying to keep you updated on that other quarterfinal matchup between Illinois Wesleyan, the number 6 seed, and Carthage, the number 3 seed. That game being played at Tarbell Arena up in Kenosha. All right, here we go. Under the 12-minute mark of this first half. Here's Lewis going to work on Zapinski, and he lays it in with the left hand. So there you go. Mitch Lewis right away coming off the bench and contributing in this first half. It is a 1-point lead for the Blue Jays, 20-19. There's a whistle and a foul away from the ball. And the foul is going to go on John Blumeyer. For Blumeyer, it is his first. Back into the game is Shea Couples as he replaces Blumeyer. Into the game for the Blue Jays is number 3, Cole Hornbuckle. He gets it into Ocean Johnson. Deep 3-ball attempt by Pearson. He rattles it in. Tegan Pearson becomes the 4th different Blue Jay to hit from downtown. And Elmhurst leads by 4. 23-19. Driving into the lane, taking it all the way. Too hard off the back of the iron by Gerskis. Pearson hands it off to Thomas. Now it's Pearson, way deep for 3. Back of the iron, no good. Matthew Hellwig tipped it around. And Lewis gets it right back to Matthew. Gets it into the front court. Hellwig guarded by Thomas. Popping out here is Gerskis. Matthew Hellwig on the drive. Hellwig takes it all the way and lays it in. Beautiful move by Matthew Hellwig. So he's proving that he can shoot the fadeaway, shoot the 3, and he can take it to the hoop. Ocean Johnson trying to answer it. He does. Johnson's 3rd triple of the night. He's already has 11 points. Now back when these two teams played here at R.A. Fagenal Hall, Ocean Johnson was held to just 3 points. He didn't play very much. He hit an early 3-ball, and that was it. An offensive foul called on Matt Hellwig, and Matthew shaking his head no. He thought that Thomas may have flopped. Take another look at it here. Tough to see that how much contact there was on that angle, but the call by Jason Shook. Matthew Hellwig's first personal foul. 26-21 as we approach the halfway mark of this first half. Blue Jays by 5. Ocean Johnson, he's had the hot hand. He fades, leaves it short. Lewis comes away with the rebound. Gets it quickly to Couples. Shea into the front court, guarded by Pearson. Popping up is Ethan Hellwig. Ethan gets it to Gerskis. Gerskis driving on Pearson. 10 on the shot clock. Ethan Hellwig fires up the triple, no good. Rebound to Hooker. Quickly to Pearson. Hooker penetrating into the lane, takes it all the way, leaves it short. Rebound of Couples. Blue Jays doing a pretty good job at getting to the glass here. Matthew Hellwig drives baseline, can't get it to go. Tapped around to Hornbuckle. Cole quickly into the front court, doesn't have the numbers, flips it back to Pearson. His 3 is off. Rebound to Lewis. Mitch takes it up himself. Working on Zapinski. Lewis, the southpaw. Too strong off the glass, Zapinski with the rebound. Jonathan Zapinski for the 2nd year in a row leading the CCIW block shots. The drive for the bucket by Wes Hooker. Hooker now with 7. And it's a 7-point Blue Jay lead. 8.5 left to play here in the first half. Hellwig does not use a Lewis screen. Three-ball attempt here by Gerskis is good. Nothing but net by Gerskis. He's the fourth different Cardinal to hit from downtown. And the Cardinals trail by 4. 28-24 as we approach the 8-minute mark here of this first half. Pearson, skip pass over the corner. Hooker's three. Rattles around and out. Matthew Helwig with the rebound. Matthew pushing it up. Gerskis. Baseline, Couples, got cut off. Cole knocked it out of bounds. It will go to North Central. We've got a timeout on the floor here. 7:45 remaining. Blue Jays lead it by 4, 28-24. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn, a place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
Welcome back to R.A. Faginal Hall, CCIW Conference quarterfinal matchup. The number 4 seed Elmhurst, the number 5 seed North Central. Blue Jays lead it by 4, 28-24, 7:45 left. Do have an update on the other quarterfinal game with a little over 6 minutes to go in the first half. Illinois Wesleyan leading Carthage by 4 as well. 26-22 is the score in that game. Again, the winner here will move on to the semis Friday night in Wheaton, King Arena. Ethan Helwig gives it to his brother. Brian Johnson back into the game for Coach Figg. 10 on the shot clock for North Central, stripped away by Hooker. Matthew Helwig has it with 5 on the shot clock. Fades, no good, and Wallach gets the rebound. Stolen by Matthew Helwig. And the reach in by Itunis, he's going to get called for the foul, so that would put Matthew Helwig to the line. And the first trip to the free throw line for either team. There's the drive to the hoop after the steal by Matthew, and you see the reach in on John Itunis. Transferred over here from Triton Junior College. It's fit in very, very nicely. So Matthew Helwig to the line. Excellent free throw shooter, 89% on the year for Matthew. He now is in double figures with 10. Ocean Johnson has 11 for Elmhurst. Reese Taylor into the game for John Baines' Blue Jays. The lead is 3 for Elmhurst. Now it's a 2-point lead for the Blue Jays as Helwig hits the 2 free throws. Matthew now with 11. So he's the leading scorer for the Cardinals. Ocean Johnson has 11. He's the leading scorer for the Blue Jays. It's a 2-point Elmhurst lead. Well played first half, man. Both teams playing awful well, shooting well. Good crowd on hand here at R.A. Faginal Hall. We thank you for logging on as well. CCIW Conference quarterfinal matchup. 2 on the shot clock. The fadeaway by Ocean Johnson. And he is absolutely on fire. 13 for Ocean Johnson. And again, the last time these two teams played here at R.A. Faginal Hall was back on December 17th. Ocean Johnson had just 3 points. Limited minutes as well in that game for Ocean. So he is redeeming himself here, at least in the first half. Ethan Hellwig with 4 on the shot clock. He fades and hits. Nothing but net for Ethan. He has 4. 179th meeting between Elmhurst and North Central. That 3 is off. Johnson with the rebound. North Central has 110 victories over the series history. Elmhurst with 68. Very first meeting was February 1st, 1930. Foul against the Blue Jays. Matthew Hellwig will return to the free throw line. Fouls on Cole Hornbuckle, his first. Second team foul of the half. By the way, that first meeting, February 1st, 1930. North Central winning 31-23. Yes, that was the final score. Rare miss for Matthew. 30-28 still. Cardinals trailing by 2. Mitch Lewis checks back into the game. He comes in for Couples. 5:51 left here in this first half. The Blue Jays have done a nice job on Mitch Lewis. I mentioned his 2 big first halves against the Blue Jays during the regular season. Mitch was just 1 field goal so far here with 5:51 to play here in this first half. Matthew hits the second free throw. He's got a dozen. It's a 1-point Blue Jay lead here, 30-29. Zapinski at the elbow. Itunis. And on the drive, he was checked by Ethan Hellwig. Ethan his first. Good matchup there between Ethan and John Itunis. Wes Hooker will inbound it here for the Blue Jays. Gets it in to Itunis. Blumeyer guarding Itunis now. Zapinski on Lewis, and that 3 is good by John Itunis. His second from downtown, he's got 6. The lead is 4, 33-29. Lewis skip pass to Johnson in the corner. His 3 is good. Brian Johnson, his second from downtown, and the Cardinals are within 1 with 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Hooker dumps it down low to Zapinski, and Matthew Hellwig fouling him before Jonathan can put up the shot. So he was not in the act of shooting. Although Jonathan is, they're just gonna have to take it out of bounds. For Matthew Hellwig, his second. So Matthew's gonna sit with 4:54 to play in the half. Gurskis comes in to replace him. Itunis gets it in to Pearson as they swing it around. Ocean Johnson faked the 3, drives the floater. No good, tapped around into the hands of Ethan Hellwig. Ethan gives it off to Blumeyer. Blumeyer, a bit of a hesitation move. He got tripped up. And the foul will be on, it looks like it's going to be on Ocean Johnson. And for Ocean, it's his first. 4th team foul, each team with 4 team fouls here, with 4:39 to go in the half. Ethan Hellwig takes a long 3, top of the key. No, Wes Hooker with the rebound. Here's Itunis, back to Hooker. Pearson, he'll launch the 3. Boy, a 3-ball fest. Tapped out by Zapinski, but into the hands of Gurskis. Gurskis takes it all the way, the Euro move, if you will, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Tom Warwick with the call. Offensive foul on Gurskis. You see Hooker taking the charge right there. For Gurskis, his first, it's the 5th team foul. Here's Hooker holding. Now Zapinski pops out. Back to Hooker. Ocean guarded by Gurskis. Ocean fades, hits. Man, Ocean Johnson That rim, boy, it's gotta look like a hula hoop right now to Ocean Johnson. 15 first half points for Johnson. And the Blue Jays lead it by 3, 35-32. Boy, he is certainly, talking about Ocean Johnson, certainly in a rhythm in this first half, as is Matthew Hellwig, although Matt's sitting right now with the 2 fouls. 3 ball is good by John Blumeyer, his second from downtown. Blumeyer and Brian Johnson each with 2 3 balls for North Central, and we're tied at 35. Shea Couples at the scorer's table ready to check in. Here's Ocean Johnson again, shooting off to the right just a little bit. Blumeyer with the rebound. John quickly to the front court. Gerskis getting it inside here to Lewis. Lewis off the glass and in. Mitch Lewis with his second field goal. Cardinals take the lead, 37-35. Back at that game at Gregory Arena between these two teams, which was back on February 4th. Itunis missed the lay-in. Hookers put back. Another opportunity and West scores. Blue Jays with 3 chances that time. On February 4th at Gregory Arena, North Central led at the half, 34-31. But a big second half by the Blue Jays. The Cardinals came out cold, missed their first 13 shots of the second half, did the Cardinals at Gregory Arena. Gerskis from the elbow, off, tapped around again. West comes away with it. Exactly 2 minutes remaining here in the first half, and a timeout taken by John Baines. It's a 30-second timeout, tied at 37. Yeah, back to that game at Gregory Arena just a couple of weeks ago. John Itunis had 21 for the Blue Jays. Ocean Johnson had 15. Jonathan Zapinski had 6 points and 13 rebounds. Matthew Hellwig had 12 points for the Cardinals. He was 0 for 6, by the way, from three-point land in that game. Mitch Lewis had 20 points. As I mentioned earlier, he had 18 of his 20 coming in that first half. But Elmhurst winning by 11, 72-61 in that ball game, as they avenged an earlier loss to the Cardinals here at R.A. Fagan Hall on December 17th, when the Cardinals came in here and knocked off the Blue Jays 78-71. Mitch Lewis had 19 points in that game for the Cardinals. So another great battle here. Third time these two teams have met, the rubber match, if you will. Update from Kenosha. The number 3 seed, Carthage, leading the number 6 seed, Illinois Wesleyan, 35-30, with 1:54 remaining in the half of that game. 1:53 to play in this one from Elmhurst. We're tied at 37. Nine on the shot clock. Ocean Johnson. Here's Pearson. Getting into the lane, shooting and scoring. Tegan Pearson, boy, he can score in bunches. He's got 5, and the Blue Jays lead by 2. 39-37. .120 to go here in the first half. Here's Couples back up top to Matthew Hellwig. And kick ball by Hooker. Cardinals will get a fresh 20 on the shot clock as Miles Thomas comes back into the game. He replaces Tegan Pearson. Matthew Hellwig to inbound it here for the Cardinals. 1:11 to go first half. CCIW Conference quarterfinal matchup. Great crowd on hand here at R.A. Faginal Hall. Couples to Matthew Hellwig. Goes around Hooker, but West with the block. West got the block from behind. Thomas got cut off. Up top to Itunis. John turns to John Baines for a play. Zapinski came up to set a screen. Itunis gets double teamed, and he tried to throw it off the leg of Couples. It hit Couples' leg, but it stayed in bounds, and the Cardinals got the loose ball. 3 ball by Johnson. Missed that one. Hooker skies for the rebound. Shot clock turned off. 21 seconds to play in the half. Blue Jays with the ball in a 2-point lead, and they'll go for the last shot here. Stolen. And going up with it and getting fouled is Shea Couples, and Itunis is going to commit the foul for John, his second. There's the tail end of it there. Actually a pretty good foul, not allowing Couples to get a layup. So Shea will have to earn it from the foul line. 2 shots here with 2.5 seconds to play here in this first half. Couples hits the first free throw, at 86% free throw shooter on the year. Into the game, Terrence Moncrief for the Cardinals. Moncrief is a 6-foot sophomore from Joliet. Went to Joliet West High School. Joliet West having a great season this year at the high school level. Second free throw forthcoming here for Shea Couples. And Shea gets the roll, hits his 2 free throws. He's got 4. And it's a 1-point lead and a foul with 1 and 4/10 seconds remaining here. Foul is going to be on Shea Couples. And for Couples, his first. It's just the 6th team foul, so the Blue Jays will inbound it here. 1.4 left. They get it into Thomas. Miles puts it up off the backboard, and it's no good. 20 minutes in the books here from beautiful R.A. Fagnall Hall, and the Blue Jays and the Cardinals are deadlocked at 39 apiece. Coming up here in just a little bit here, we will have a performance by the Elmhurst University cheer team, as well as a great performance by the baton twirler extraordinaire. She is a student here at Elmhurst University, Nicoletta Boyk. First half scoring leaders, Matt Helwig of the Cardinals with 12 first half points. Brian Johnson and John Blumeyer each with 6. Mitch Lewis, Ethan Helwig each with 4. Gerskis with 3 points in that first half. For the Blue Jays, Tegan Pearson with 5. Wes Hooker with 9. Jonathan Zapinski with 4. John Itunis with 6. And the game-high scorer in that first half, Ocean Johnson with 15. And now the Elmhurst cheer team led by captains Miranda Barrett and Vanessa Carr. Let's watch, listen, and enjoy. And Nicoletta Boyd getting set up. By the way, I just want to remind you, we do have an update up at Kenosha. Late in the first half, Carthage leading Illinois Wesleyan by 3, 35-32. Now here is Nicoletta Boyd. How about it? Nicoletta Boyd, great job. We are at halftime here from R.A. Fagenal Hall. North Central and Elmhurst tied at 39. We'll step aside and come back. Second half action coming your way in just a little bit. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
Service, pride, excellence, collaboration, and trust. The Respect Award recognizes the intangible traits the student athlete possesses that exemplify great character, encourages inclusiveness, and a positive culture. The 2022-23 Respect Award nominees are Matt Konashewski, Montana, Justin Ruger, Carroll, Luke Barrett, Carthage, Matt Wallach, Elmhurst, Ryan Saraka, Illinois Wesleyan, Cole Lawrence, Pelican, Shane Couples, North Central, Jalen Boyd, North Park, and Eddie Scott from Wheaton. Congratulations to all these outstanding student athletes.
We know that going to college is a huge investment. You put your trust and time in Elmhurst University, and we do the same. You invest in us, and we invest in you.
Your story begins as we welcome you to Elmhurst University. From your first day of orientation, our focus is getting you acclimated to college life and making you a part of the Elmhurst community.
Definitely Elmhurst was the one that I fell in love with. Right when you stepped on campus, it was a nice environment. It just felt like home.
The goal of first year seminar is to make the transition from high school to college as smooth as possible. It's an instantaneous way to have a niche at Elmhurst.
A lot of times there's that doubt that I don't know if I can make it here. I don't know if I'm meant to be here. I feel it is our role as an institution to get those doubts out of their mind the second they are on this campus.
Once you've started classes, our responsibility is to support you both personally and academically.
Your faculty and your staff who are here and committed to your success are going to be walking with you on that journey, providing both the challenge and the support for you along that way.
I changed my major about 5 times, and so I really needed someone there to help me through it, help me pick out new classes, to help me make sure that I graduate on time.
So they support us academically, but they're also interested in our lives as a whole individual. For example, when I was applying for the Fulbright, they were more than willing and super supportive.
Along with supporting you, our job is to make sure you challenge yourself in order to make the most of your experience.
When the students, especially in computer science, go out into related fields, they're going to be confronted with adapting to new environments, new technologies, and we try to challenge them in the classroom to adapt, to learn how to learn.
I've had teachers go to me and say, like, I think you'd be interested in research, so they introduced me to some professors, and I've been doing research now for 3 semesters. It taught me a lot about myself, definitely, and about the way I adapt to different situations.
I think we all learn best when we're a little bit scared, a little bit on the edge. I really believe that the things that are beyond the typical, experiencing undergraduate research, studying abroad, having a quality internship, some of those things are going to be most memorable and meaningful and really impactful for them.
As your academic journey at Elmhurst comes to an end, our relationship reaches a crucial point as we launch you into the next phase of your life.
Elmhurst is a liberal arts college that aims at creating educated citizens, and that's not a process that just takes 4 years or 2 years. We're invested in these students. We give our kind of heart and soul to them while they're here, and so we care if they succeed once they leave.
When students go on to graduate and go on to live amazing lives and do things personally and professionally, their fingerprints are still all over this institution in a way that helped us to become a better sense of who we are and who we as an institution want to be in the world.
We don't at Elmhurst tell students what to think, but we try to teach them how to engage with their own values to become better citizens of this country, of this world.
And that makes me proud to be a part of the community of Elmhurst.
I'm confident in our graduates because I know we've prepared them both personally and professionally. We love to see them fly the nest and flourish.
Welcome back to R.A. Fagana Hall, halftime of the CCIW Conference quarterfinal matchup. The number 4th seed Elmhurst, the number 5th seed North Central were tied at 39. Mark Kruger, delighted to have you with us. First half stats, North Central shot 14 of 30 from the field in that first half for 47%. They were 6 of 12 from behind the arc for 50%. Meanwhile, Elmhurst 16 of 31 from the field for 52%, and 7 of 13 from behind the arc for 54%. Both teams with their respective starters to start the second half, except Miles Thomas is out there to start the second half for the Blue Jays. Turnover here, Zapinski. Wes Hooker with the ball right now. So Matt Wallach started the ball game, is not starting here in the second half. Instead, it's Miles Thomas. Both teams took care of the ball in that first half, and Zapinski got pushed from behind by Johnson, and for Brian, it's his first. We're going to take another look at it here. Elmhurst with just 6 first half turnovers, North Central with just 4. Zapinski turns, shoots, and hits. Zapinski now with 6. Halftime score up in Kenosha. Carthage leads Illinois Wesleyan 41-36. Carthage, the number 3 seed. Illinois Wesleyan, the number 6 seed. Shot by Matthew Helwig, off. Bounce pass, Ocean Johnson, 15-foot jumper. He rattles it in, he's got 17. Remember, when these two teams played at Gregory Arena, the Cardinals came out and missed their first 13 shots of the second half. I'm sure Coach Fig reminded them of that. Coach Figueroa in his first year as the head coach of the Cardinals, taking over from Todd Raridan, a great coach here at North Central. Matthew into the lane off the left hand, no good. Ocean to Hooker to Thomas. Thomas to Zapinski. Off the glass and in, no call. Instead, it's a Jonathan Zapinski lay-in. Jonathan with 8. And a quick 6-0 run by the Blue Jays here to start the second half. And a block is going to be called on Miles Thomas. Thomas is first. Miles Thomas from Chicago Leo, 6-foot senior, provides a spark for this Blue Jay team. Inside to Matthew Hellwig, wave off the shot. Wes Hooker with the hold. For Wes, it's his first. Really nobody in foul trouble. Itunis has 2, Matthew Hellwig has 2. Matthew to inbound it, gets it into his brother, back to Matthew. 3-ball attempt by Johnson is good. Brian Johnson with his 3rd from downtown. He's got 9. And the Cardinals are within 3. It's a big bucket there by Johnson. Itunis now holding top of the key, guarded by Blumeyer. Thomas tried to drop it inside to Zapinski, stolen by Couples. Quick hands by Shea. Drops it off to Blumeyer. His 3-ball rolls around the rim and out. Zapinski with yet another rebound. Jonathan in that first half, 3 rebounds, 4 points. Johnson now guarded by Matthew Hellwig. Great matchup there. Thomas pops out at the top of the key. Shot clock down to 8. Hooker on the drive. Hooker takes the shot off the glass, a little too strong. Ethan Hellwig with the big rebound. Passes it off to his brother. Matthew spins in the lane. Good hands by Ocean Johnson as Ocean stripped and knocked the ball out of bounds. Cardinals with 22 on the shot clock. 16:55 remaining here in the second half. The winner will move on to the conference semis on Friday night. The loser of this game, well, it's the end of the season. Johnson's turnaround, no. Tapped around, Zapinski, quick outlet to Itunis. Itunis, and they're going to call an offensive foul. I believe. Let's take another look at it here. You'll see, yeah, they're going to call, offensive foul on Itunis. Great job of Blumeyer taking the charge. Otherwise, it would have been a dunk. And Itunis picks up his 3rd. So John is going to sit down here at the 16:43 mark. Mark that down. Itunis goes out with the 3 fouls. Pearson comes in to replace him. Another whistle and a foul away from the ball here. I think it's going to be Miles Thomas. And he has a few words to say to Jason Shook. It is going to be on Miles. For Thomas, his 2nd. And are they going to hit Coach Baines up with the... They blew a whistle and he pointed to John Baines. All right, maybe he's telling Coach to have a seat. No technical. Instead, it's just a Thomas foul. 14 fouls, by the way, for Elmhurst already. That may be a factor late in this game. Into the game, Lewis spun around, got triple teamed. Blue Jays on the run. Thomas to Hooker, can't go. And the putback is good by Pearson. Tegan Pearson with the bucket. Now a foul on Wes Hooker. And for Hooker, it's his 2nd. Boy, the fouls are piling up here on the Blue Jays. It's already their 5th team foul. Cardinals are an excellent free throw shooting team. Right now the Blue Jays lead by 5. Boy, 5 team fouls for Elmhurst, just 1 team foul for North Central. Again, that could be a factor. Lewis backing in on Zapinski. Lewis blocked by Jonathan. 2 years in a row, he's the leader in blocks in the conference. That's the reason why. Hooker, they're going to call a block. Blumeyer did not quite get there. He wanted the charge, but instead the block on Blumeyer. We'll take a timeout here. 15:57 left to play here. Blue Jays over the Cardinals, 47-42. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn. A place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
Welcome back to R.A. Faginal Hall, an 8-3 run by the Blue Jays to start the second half, and Elmhurst leads 47-42. Up in Kenosha, a little over 15 minutes remaining in the game, tied at 45 between Carthage and Illinois Wesleyan. Again, tied at 45, Carthage and Illinois Wesleyan, 15 minutes to go in regulation. Three ball is off by Couples. Wes Hooker goes down strong to the ground, and he was fouled by Matthew Helwig. And for Matthew, that's his third. So into the game now is Gerskis. He comes in for Blumeyer. Matthew Helwig remains in the game. The first team all CCIW performer with the 3 fouls stays in the game here with 15:35 left. Blue Jays with the ball, leading by 7. Ocean Johnson. Pass to Thomas. Thomas lays it in. Miles went up strong, his first 2 points of the game. Blue Jays up by 9. Again, a slow start to the second half for the Cardinals in this one. Ethan at the elbow. 3 ball off the mark by Gerskis. Zippy Zapinski with the rebound. The big Texan. Jonathan Zapinski, by the way, with 77 blocks coming into this game. Led the CCIW in that category. Picks up his dribble inside to Thomas. Miles, one dribble, off the glass and in over Couples. Miles Thomas showing the strength down low, and a timeout taken by Anthony Figueroa and the Cardinals, as the Blue Jays now lead by 11. 53-42. 14-3 run to start this second half for the Blue Jays. .5 minutes left up in Kenosha. Wesleyan by 2, 49-47 over Carthage. Again, the winner of this game will head to the conference semis on Friday night to take on either Wheaton or North Park. Wheaton, the #1 seed, went 14-2 in the conference. North Park, the #2 seed, the Vikings went 13-3 in the league. 3 teams that are sitting out of the conference tournament: Augustana, Milliken, and Carroll. Of course, last year, that memorable season for the Blue Jays as they made it all the way to the national championship game, coming up a little bit short. By the way, of course, the champion of this conference tournament, the automatic bid into the NCAA Division III National Tournament. John Baines, the longtime assistant here at Elmhurst, now in his 10th season as the head coach. Great college career at Illinois Wesleyan. He won a national championship during his playing days with the Titans. Lewis holding here now for the Cardinals. To Matthew. Matthew got double teamed. Lewis on the drive, blocked from behind by Zapinski. Cardinals got it back. 8 to shoot. Lewis driving baseline and a foul on Pearson. Pearson with the hand check as Lewis drove baseline. For Tegan, it's his first. It's the 6th team foul for the Blue Jays, so one more, and North Central will be shooting free throws here. Boy, still plenty of time left, over 14 minutes to play as Lewis gets it in over Zapinski. Mitch now with 6. 53-44, Blue Jays by 9. Pearson lost it, got it back. Wes Hooker now near the half-court stripe. Hooker working on Couples. Wide open, Zapinski for 3, rimming around and out. Couples got the rebound. Matthew Hellwig in the open floor. Didn't have the numbers, so he'll bring it out. Now he drives into the lane. Hellwig dumps it off nicely to Mitch Lewis. Matthew Hellwig saw Zapinski come over and dished it off to Mitch Lewis, and Mitch Lewis with the easy bucket give Matthew the assist. And it's 53-46. Blue Jays by 7 as we approach the 13-minute mark of this one. Miles Thomas logging some valuable minutes in this game. Johnson elevates, short. Lewis with the rebound. So now the Cardinals with the ball, trailing by 7. Trailed by as many as 11 here in this second half. Ethan Hellwig for 3. Back of the iron, no good. Wes Hooker elevating for the rebound. Wes into the front court, zigzagging, takes it all the way to the hoop. A whistle and a block. Should be in the act of shooting. Hooker should be coming to the free throw line here to shoot 2. Ethan Hellwig with the foul for Ethan, his 2nd. And Wes Hooker is limping noticeably there, the left-hand part of your monitor. And he's trying to walk it off as he comes slowly to the free throw line here. He'll have 2 shots. 12:36 left to play here in regulation. Wes too strong on that free throw. He'll have 1 more. Wes looking to get into double figures. Cole Hornbuckle coming in for the Blue Jays. Back in for the Cardinals is Brian Johnson, number 44. Second free throw by Hooker is good. Wes now in double figures with 10. He's the 3rd different Blue Jay to get into double figures. Johnson has 17, Zapinski with 10, Hooker now with 10. And it's 54-46, Blue Jays by 8. Lewis drives on Zapinski, blocked by Jonathan. Blocked again by Zapinski. Jonathan coming up huge on the defensive end. Number of blocked shots in this game. Possession arrow favors the Cardinals here. Boy, he has been a defensive force. He's 6'6", and Mitch Lewis is listed as 6'5". So it's Blue Jay basketball here. 8-point lead, 12:10 to play here in regulation. Blue Jays looking for their 17th win of the season. If they win here tonight, they'll go to the conference semis on Friday night. 3 ball is good by Ocean Johnson. 20 now for Ocean, his 4th from downtown. And it's 57-46. Back up to an 11-point lead for the Blue Jays. 11:39 left. Lewis inside to Matthew Hellwig, who lays it in. Nice catch in midair. Matthew with the right-handed layup. 14 for Hellwig. Matthew's first points in the second half. 57-48. Single-digit lead for the Blue Jays. Ocean Johnson back to Zapinski. Itunis, good ball movement. Pearson on the drive. Pearson, no, but a foul. I tell you what, that's what the Blue Jays, they do very, very well of attacking the bucket. Really using their athleticism well here tonight. And who are they calling the foul on? It was either Brian Johnson or Ethan. Well, no, who? Let's see. Pearson hits the free throw. He's got 8. Matthew Hellwig is coming out of the game here. Now we'll try to sort it out. We've got a timeout here on the floor here. 11:07 remaining here in this one. Blue Jays leading the Cardinals 58-48. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn, a place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
Welcome back to R.A. Faginal Hall. The Blue Jays with a 10-point lead here with 11:07 remaining in the ball game. Mark Kruger, delighted to have you with us. Ashley Liljeberg, our engineer, and producer and director. Ashley doing a great job for us here tonight. We thank you for being a part of this CCIW quarterfinal matchup. 9:55 left up in Kenosha. Wesleyan by 2 over Carthage, 55-53. So that one is a close one. As the second free throw by Pearson is good. Tegan now with 9. It's an 11-point lead for the Blue Jays. 11 minutes remaining. Johnson gives it to Blumeyer. Blumeyer guarded by Pearson. Switch, and Cole Hornbuckle with the block. Bit of a hand check there, so for Cole, his second. And it's the 7th team foul. So with 10:47 left, the Blue Jays over the foul limit. So the Cardinals will be shooting free throws the rest of the way here. Blumeyer to the line here. First trip to the line for John. Hit a couple of 3 balls in the first half. Good looking stroke there from the free throw line. First trip to the foul line for the Cardinals in the entire second half as Miles Thomas back into the game for John Baines. Second free throw coming here for Blumeyer. Rattles in. Blumeyer now with 8 points. Blumeyer is a 6'1" sophomore from Danvers, Illinois. Went to Deer Creek Mackinac High School. 9-point lead, 59-50. Blue Jays by 9. Thomas all the way and lays it in. Miles Thomas with 6. And the lead is back up to 11. Two teams trading buckets here in the last couple of moments. Now it's Matthew Hellwig going to work on Thomas. Up top here to Gurskus. Johnson, 10 on the shot clock. Lewis drives on Zapinski. Lewis puts it up and in. Mitch now in double figures with 10. Ocean Johnson on the drive. Takes it all the way. backboard stays intact. 22 for Ocean Johnson. Matthew Hellwig the other way, no, but a foul. See Matthew getting to the rack, drawing the contact. Jonathan Zapinski with the foul, his first. And so Matthew Hellwig returns to the line. 14 points for Matthew. He's 3 for 4 from the foul line here tonight. 15 for Matthew. Outstanding all-around performer. Leading scorer for the Cardinals, averaging over 21 a game. Knocks down the 2 free throws. He's got 16. Pressure now in the backcourt by North Central. 9-point lead for the Blue Jays. 63-54. Itunis' pass was knocked out of bounds by Lewis. 19 on the shot clock. Tied at 55 up in Kenosha between Carthage and Wesleyan. 9:32 left to play in that quarterfinal matchup. Here's Pearson holding, works around a Zapinski screen. Pearson backing in, takes it all the way, can't get it to go. Lewis with the rebound. Lewis, top of the key, his 3 ball, nothing but net. Mitch Lewis now with 13. Big 3 brings his Cardinals to within 6. 9 minutes remaining. Thomas takes it all the way, no call. He got it while he was on his back. Well, 9 seconds on the shot clock now. Pearson. Shot clock down to 4. Zapinski for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Matthew Hellwig with the rebound. Matthew pushing it up. Gives it off to Blumeyer. Blumeyer for 3. Lewis tapped it out. Thomas. And Miles says, let's slow things down just a bit. Gives it to John Itunis. 63-57 Blue Jays. Zapinski holding on Lewis, backing in. Up top, Thomas. Working on Johnson now. Thomas leans in, puts up a tough shot. Tapped around into the hands of Mitch Lewis. Big possession here. Cardinals down 6. 3 ball by Lewis. Can't get it to go. Itunis with the rebound. We are under the 8-minute mark. And a timeout taken here. 7:43 left. We'll take one as well. The Blue Jays lead it by a score of 63-57. You're logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn, a place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
Welcome back to R.A. Fagenal Hall. 2 quarterfinal matches are taking place tonight. Here at Elmhurst, it's the number 4th seeded Blue Jays leading the number 5th seeded North Central 63-57. Up in Kenosha, Illinois Wesleyan, the number 6 seed, leading Carthage, the number 3 seed, by a score of 60-57. 7 minutes left to play in that game up in Kenosha. The winners of those two games, of these two games being played tonight, will play Friday night in the semis against either Wheaton or North Park. Here's Wes Hooker up top. Itunis for three. John Itunis has hit so many big shots this season. That one, he was left wide open, and he buries his third triple of the game. He's got 9. The Blue Jay lead is 9. 66-57. Just over 7 minutes to go. Matthew Hellwig and a bump by Wes Hooker. For Hooker, his third, and it's the 9th team foul. So Matthew Hellwig to the line, shooting 1 in the bonus. And if you're the Blue Jays, this is the guy you do not want to send to the free throw line. He's an 89% free throw shooter on the year. He's got a 1-on-1 situation here. $17 tonight for Matthew. He's a leading scorer for the Cardinals. Ocean Johnson has 22. He's a leading scorer for the Blue Jays. Matthew with 18 now. Under 7 minutes to play. It's a 7-point lead, 66-59 Blue Jays. Who is going to execute better down the stretch? Zapinski right back to Itunis. John picks up his dribble, 8 on the shot clock. Pearson now. I don't know if he knows how much time is left. Yeah, he steps back. With 2 left on the shot clock, a foul is going to be called here on Shea Couples. Wow. Blue Jays got bailed out. Yeah, there's the contact between Couples and Zapinski. For Shea, his second, it's only the 5th team foul. Lewis guarding Zapinski now. Pearson elevating, off balance 3. West with the rebound, gives it to Zapinski who lays it in. A dozen now for Jonathan Zapinski. First team all CCIW performer. And he's showing why here tonight. On his way to another double-double. Blue Jays by 9. Matthew Hellwig driving on Hooker. Bounce pass to Lewis. Lewis with the left-handed hook, and he puts it in off the glass. 15 now for Mitch Lewis. Boy, what a valuable man he is off the bench for Coach Figg. Coach Figg coming here from Parkland College, downstate. 68-61, Blue Jays by 7. Itunis back to Zapinski. Jonathan left wide open. No good, and Blumeyer with the rebound. Jonathan has added that outside perimeter jump shot to his repertoire this season. He has become much more of a complete player. Another bucket there by Mitch Lewis. And the Cardinals are within 5. 68-63. Cardinal crowd coming to life here at R.A. Faginal Hall. Pearson from the elbow inside to Zapinski who lays it in. Unselfish play by Pearson. The extra pass and a steal. Steal by Hooker. Itunis. Alley-oop to Ocean Johnson. Counted and he was fouled. Whoa, let's see if we can take another look at it here. Look at this pass, the alley-oop. The foul from behind by Hellwig. Ocean Johnson with a chance now to complete the three-point play. And for Matthew Hellwig, it is his 4th. Well, they've got, on the scoreboard, they've got Matthew with 3. I've got it with 4. We'll have to check that. But Johnson's free throw is short. 24 for Ocean Johnson. The lead is 9. Oh, near steal. Matthew Hellwig, bump, no call. Hellwig with the shooter's touch on the floater. Matthew now with 20. Zapinski on the drive. Zapinski with the left-handed layup over Lewis is no good. And now the Cardinals with the ball, trailing by just 7. Hellwig for 3. And he decides to take things over. He hits the 3. 23 for Matthew Hellwig. And the Cardinals are within 4. Just over 4 minutes remaining. I believe we have hit crunch time here tonight, folks. Ocean Johnson, backdoor by Pearson, is stolen. Ethan Hellwig with the ball. Doesn't have the numbers, flips it over to Couples. Alley-oop to Matthew, too strong. Tipped by Lewis. Matthew has it, and Matthew says, let's calm things down a bit. 17 on the shot clock. Ethan to his brother Matthew, to the left hand, who lays it in. Matthew Hellwig coming to life here in the last couple of moments. 25 for Hellwig. He's the game high scorer. It's a 2-point lead. 72-70 Blue Jays. Each team with 2 timeouts left. Inside to Zapinski. Lewis knocked it out of bounds. Timeout on the floor here. We'll take one as well. 3:09 left in regulation. The Blue Jays by 2, 72-70. You are logged on to BlueJayTV.com.
You just might end up making the world a better place. But first, you have to discover who you are and what you can learn from others. To do that, you have to seek out teachers and mentors who will help you identify your goals and challenge you to go after them. Before you can do that, you have to find a community that welcomes and supports you. A place where you can learn. A place where you can thrive. Before you can do that, you must have motivation and desire to improve your mind, your soul, your circumstances. To ignite that desire, you must find your potential. We'll help you discover your potential once you discover us. Elmhurst University.
Welcome back to R.A. Fagnall Hall. Boy, we got a good one, and it should be a great finish here tonight. Mark Kruger, delighted to bring you the action. It's a quarterfinal round of the CCIW Conference Tournament. Elmhurst and North Central. Blue Jays by 2 with 3:09 left. The other quarterfinal matchup up in Kenosha. Number 3 Carthage leading number 6 Illinois Wesleyan 66-64 with 3.5 minutes left in that one up in Kenosha. Tried to get it inside to Ocean Johnson. It was kicked by the Cardinals. So 20 on the shot clock here for the Blue Jays. 3:09 left. Crowd on its feet here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. Here's Ocean Johnson guarded by Blumeyer. And he hits. 26 for Ocean Johnson. He now is the game high scorer. Blue Jays by 4. See if the Cardinals get it to Matthew Hellwig. Matthew and Hooker battling. Matthew with the ball now, backing in on Hooker. Here's Lewis now on the drive against Zapinski. Lewis blocked by Zapinski into the hands of Hooker. Huge defensive play by Jonathan Zapinski. Pearson takes it all the way and lays it in. Tegan Pearson now in double figures with 11. Back-to-back buckets by the Blue Jays. Elmhurst by 6. 76-70. 2:15 left. Here's Matthew for 3. Oh, he hits again. Matthew Hellwig now with 28. Are you kidding me? His 3rd from downtown. And it's a 1-possession game. 76-73. Itunis thought about taking the 3. 9 on the shot clock. Itunis into the lane, into Zapinski, off the glass, yes, and he was fouled. Give it to the big guy. 6'6", 220-pound senior. He has made some huge plays on both ends of the floor. Foul on Ethan Hellwig for Ethan, his third. 16 for Jonathan Zapinski. 17 now for the big senior. And the first team all-conference performers are showing you why. Matthew Hellwig of North Central, Jonathan Zapinski of Elmhurst. Can he do it again? Yes! Matthew Hellwig is on fire. He's got 31. It's a 3-point lead for Elmhurst. 79-76. Unbelievable. Backdoor cut, Ocean Johnson got Matthew in the air, and Ocean Johnson with the bucket. 28 for Ocean Johnson. That three ball is off by Couples. Rebound by Tunis. Boy, if you're North Central, you got to get the ball into the hands of Matthew Hellwig. He's your guy that's on fire. Steal here by Blumeyer. Bounce pass to Matthew Hellwig. Matthew up, no good. Hooker with the rebound. Huge rebound by Hooker and a foul. Here's another look. Matthew Hellwig, you see him, he had to go over Zapinski. You see Hooker there with a huge rebound and a foul called against Shea Couples, his third. So that'll put Wes Hooker to the line. It's the 8th team foul against North Central. So it's a 1-and-1 situation here for Wes Hooker and the Blue Jays. 5-point lead. Each team still with 2 timeouts left. 36 and 5/10 seconds remaining. Huge free throw for Hooker. Missed it. 5-point lead. North Central, backdoor cut. Oh, Zapinski came over with the block. Jonathan puts his hands on his cheeks as if to say, what? Watch it again here. Nice backdoor cut. Oh, man. There may have been some body contact, but up top where the ball was, it looked like it was a clean block by Jonathan. But there may have been some body contact. Zapinski, his second. Matthew Hellwig, forget about it. He's automatic from the line. 89% free throw shooter. He's 7 of 8 from the foul line tonight. He's got 2 free throws. He's got 31. 32 points now for Matthew. Unbelievable performance down the stretch by the preseason All-American, according to D3Hoops.com. Tegan Pearson back in for John Baines. 4-point lead. 81-77. Second free throw for Matthew Hellwig. He's got 33. 81-78. It's a 1-possession game. 26 seconds to go. Cardinals not fouling yet. And there's the foul on Ethan Hellwig for Ethan, his 4th. It's the 9th team foul. Take another look at it here. You see there's the reach in on Ethan. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 situation here with 21 and 6/10 seconds remaining. So obviously this is going to be a huge free throw. Boy, I mentioned around 15 minutes that free throws down the stretch could be a factor. And so obviously if the Blue Jays, if they can hit this first free throw, it would mean it's a 2-possession game here. By the way, almost a similar score up in Kenosha. 71-67, Carthage over Wesleyan with 19 seconds to play in that quarterfinal matchup. So we'll try to get you that. If that one goes final before this one, we'll obviously bring it to you. Here it's 81-78. Okay, so it's, well, the Blue Jays are going to inbound it here. They get it into Pearson in the backcourt, and there's the foul. All right, Couples with his fourth, and now it'll be a one-on-one situation here. And boy, Tegan Pearson, Tegan is 2 for 2 from the foul line tonight. Man, I jinxed Tegan the last game here against Wheaton on Saturday. But Tegan is, all right, do I even dare say? You know what, I'm not going to say what his free throw percentage is on the year, but it's a good one. He gets it. He's an 88% free throw shooter. He's got 12. It's a 4-possession game. That's huge. Second free throw by Pearson is also good. 83-78. Miles Thomas back into the game. The lead is 5 for the Blue Jays. Cardinals need to score quickly and call a timeout. Couples up top. Here's Matthew Hellwig trying to break free. His three. Oh, he was leaning to the right a little bit. Offensive rebound. They'll put the three ball by Couples. Put back by Ethan Hellwig is good. And a timeout taken by North Central with 4 and 6/10 seconds left. So it'll be Blue Jay basketball. It is a one-possession game, 83-80 in favor of the Blue Jays. Now, the inbounds passer, he will have the entire width of the sideline to run. He can run the entire baseline to inbound the ball. Keep that in mind. Obviously, the Cardinals will try to get a 5-second call. If they do not, they will try to, not try, they undoubtedly will foul immediately to send the Blue Jays to the foul line. Now the Cardinals have 9 team fouls, so their next foul, it will be the 10th. So the Blue Jays should have 2 free throws now after the next foul by North Central. But first things first, they need to inbound it here. Cardinals looking again for the 5-second call. 4 and 6/10 seconds left. Zapinski to inbound, gets it into Pearson, and he's the guy you want if you're a Blue Jay fan. He just hit a couple of free throws a moment ago. And so he will have 2 free throws here with 3.5 seconds left. This first free throw here will make it a 2-possession game, and he misses. He will have, boy, how important is it that he had 2 free throws, huh? This free throw could pretty much ice it. Because this free throw, if he makes this, it's a 2-possession game. He hits! Pearson hits a critical second free throw. It is a 4-point lead. Pearson comes out. Miles Thomas replaces him. Lewis steps back, takes a 3. It's an air ball, and there's the buzzer, and the Blue Jays hold on to win. They knock off the Cardinals in a thriller here at R.A. Faginal Hall. 84-80 is your final score. So the Blue Jays will move on to the conference semis on Friday night at King Arena at Wheaton College. Let me give you the totals, the scoring totals, if you will. First, for the Cardinals of North Central College, Ethan Hellwig had 6, Blumeyer had 8, Brian Johnson with 9, Mitch Lewis came off the bench with 17 points. Matthew Hellwig with 33 points. 21 of his 33 coming in the second half. The final 4 minutes, he just took over offensively for the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Blue Jays, Miles Thomas coming off the bench with some valuable minutes. He had 6. Wes Hooker had 10. Tegan Pearson with 14. John Itunis had 3 3-balls. He ended up with 9. Jonathan Zapinski with 17. And for the Blue Jays, it was Ocean Johnson who had 28 points for the Blue Jays. So Elmhurst will move on. Carthage, a final up in Kenosha. Carthage defeated Illinois Wesleyan 74-69 was the final in that one. So Carthage now, the number 3 seed, they are the highest remaining seed. So it'll be Carthage and North Park, 5 o'clock Friday night, followed by Elmhurst and Wheaton, 7:15 Friday night. So your semifinal games are set as Carthage knocks off Illinois Wesleyan tonight, 74-69. Here at R.A. Fagnall Hall, Elmhurst defeats North Central 84-80. Good luck to the Blue Jays on Friday night against the Wheaton Thunder. And again, the other semifinal matchup, it will be Carthage taking on North Park. So for Ashley Liljeberg, Mark Kruger saying so long from Elmhurst University. Again, the Blue Jays knock off the Cardinals 84-80. Have a great rest of your night. So long, everybody.